Hey guys, what's up? Today I'll be talking about another movie, and today is this movie's called. Let me get this straight: Thunder the Gigantic Serpent. Okay, this is supposed to be like some kind of like a Hong Kong or maybe Indonesian version, kaiju style monster. Um, but also it's one of those splice movies, like Godfrey Ho type of splice, and these snake-like monsters is really nothing new. We've seen it done before. I remember there was one snake-like monster that shoot green slime out his mouth. I remember, of course, there was one in Toho line. I think it was called Madara or Madra. They called this snake-like monster. He was also made his final appearance in Godzilla Final Wars at the beginning of the movie. But snake-like monsters always fail to impress me. They always die so easily, sadly to say. So we got this snake-like monster, right? Check this out. Now, first let's start with the two story, because this is a splice movie. Let's start with the American side of it, or the British side of it, whatever these actors are. This actor gotta stop this terrorist from getting this formula, which has some kind of growth serum. And the American part of it is that he's stopping the terrorists and kicking their ass in martial arts. And the American side of it, the splice side of it, pretty much won. Okay, now let's get that part out the way. Now let's talk about the real nitty gritty side A of this movie, which is supposed to be like, I don't know, like I said, I presume this is the Hong Kong. Then, because some of these splice movies is either from Hong Kong or the Philippines, and this is a splice with the American or British part of it. Like those ninja movies with the headbands we see all the time. Back in the days, I mean. Anyway, this movie's about this little girl. She's raising this small baby snake. And the snake says, yes, yes. Like, it can understand what the girl is saying, right? And, so as the movie progresses, we get this story on that side with these scientists working on this growth serum for plants, and they'll decide to work on an animal. When the scientists disagreed, did not like the ideal, but the other scientists did it anyway, and they grew a giant-sized frog, right? Not too big, but big enough to fit into this plastic box. Later on, these terrorists are shooting up these scientists, trying to get this formula, and then one of the scientists was able to escape, but she got hit. But the car accident knocked her out unconsciously, and the box was missing, right? And she talked to the military force that the formula was pretty much hidden inside this box. Well, it take a while to guess. The box was found by this little girl who raised the small snake, and guess where she put the small snake in the box where the giant frog was experiment on. And by the way, I wonder what the fuck happened to the giant frog. I'm trying to remember. Did they shot it? I guess, because I didn't see it real well. But I don't know. I guess the giant frog escaped, and we never heard about the giant frog again. But besides that, the little girl put the snake in the box, right? And she knows there's like lights in the box. She turned the light, right? And the light had these electricity, right? Which was kind of like the growth formula, I would say. And the little snake started growing. And it's amazing how the snake grew. You ever saw the movie Ghost Shark on Sci-Fi Channel? It's like this half a snake came through the plastic box like a hand puppet, I'm like glowing. And the little girl realized that the snake got big, and so she gotta have to put the snake in a warehouse, to take care of it. But the little girl have the relationship with the snake. The snake still understands her, like yes, and they start playing around, having fun, like a little girl, because the snake is her best friend, pretty much. And meanwhile, you got the terrorists trying to look for the box, trying to look for this formula, and the military trying to look at trying to find the formula too. And as the movie progressed, they knows that the little girl presumed that she has it since the giant snake was so big, and they followed her. They beat up on her family, kidnapping the girl. The giant snake trying to going after them, and then battling the terrorists out. And once the snake saved the girl, guess what? The terrorists came back, kidnaps the girl again. And the giant snake got super big pretty much, because they said in the first round battle with those terrorists, I forgot to mention, they set a trap for the snake. But the electricity they set up made the snake much more bigger than before. And that's when it became all gamma size and shit like that. So pretty much the terrorists took the little girl away, trying to find out where the formula is, trying to get the girl to confess. And the giant snake, that's when the giant snake started going to the city, started wreaking havoc on the bridge, killing people, cars, trains, and the big city, of course. And then the snake the snake was trying to the snake just got on top of the building while the guy, I think it was the father, I think, saved, going to save the girl, right? Going up on all these stairs in the building to save the girl and battle that one terrorist to save the girl, right? Excuse me for repeating that. And everybody's running up and down the fucking stairs, and people dying, of course, taking the elevator, dying, of course, pretty obvious. And then the government decided to destroy the snake with the plane, with the Air Force. And the snake, of course, pretty obvious the snake dies and shit, and the girl starts crying. Oh. And I forgot what she names the snake. She gave the snake a stupid name. It was some kind of stupid name. It wasn't Thunder. I don't know, I forgot what she named the fucking snake, but it had a stupid name, that I know. And all in all, I mean, if you like to see something, if you like to see a Splice movie with the Kaiju style to it feel, you might want to check this movie out of curiosity. If you expected something great, no, it's not great. All the Kaiju monsters probably looking at this movie saying that you gotta die now. There is no franchise built over this creature. Fuck you. You gotta die. Anyway, if you're looking for something campy and stupid and you want to drink a lot of beer, smoke weed with your friends, and just put dub words over the voices, this movie will be for you, because is this like one of those movies you can just fuck yourself over from, like, what the fuck, And I think this movie trying to be like kid friendly, trying to be like Gamma friendly, like, but to me it fails on all level, man. Because at least with Gamma, when he communicates with the kids, at least it's like believable. At least that I could believe that the way they set it up, and that's the old Gamma I'm talking about. This movie, they make it look like a joke. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Anyway, yeah, check this movie out because you're gonna be curious anyway. Peace, guys. See you later.